Russian novelist Fyodor Dostoevsky said, if there is no immortality, there can be no virtue and all things are permissible. In other words, if there is no God, there's no absolute right and wrong, and you can do anything that you can get away with. But this has implications for more than just ethics. It affects our view of human life. It affects the way you see the world. And when it comes to human life, if we believe there is no God, if we believe that we're not objects of special creation, then we must come to the conclusion that we're an animal just like any other. Now, in 2015, I debate atheists, and in 2015, I debated atheist Michael Shermer in downtown Seattle, and the topic of abortion came up, and there was a very interesting exchange. And in that exchange, I think Michael accidentally revealed the atheist view of human life.
Particularly in the case of rape or something like that, but even just a drunken night mistake. I mean, stuff happens. Shit happens, all right? Let's just say it. And people make mistakes.
Okay, did you catch that right there? So here he is, he's talking about the subject of abortion, and if you were to watch the entire debate, which you can find on my YouTube page, you would discover that he says that he's pro-life, but he really isn't. At bottom, he thinks that, human beings, children, unborn children in particular, have no more value than any other animal. Now, here was my reply.
With all due respect, Michael, I don't consider children shit.
Well,
and that's just the way I view it.
I mean, the idea that I wasn't talking about children. I wasn't talking about children. I was talking about mistakes that people make, of course.
Now, of course, he was talking about children. He was saying that children should have to pay for the mistakes that other people make. He was revealing his view of human life. When it comes right down to it, he doesn't view them. And this isn't just Michael. I'm not trying to pick on Michael. This is the logical outcome of a worldview that says there's no God to judge in the next life our actions in this one. And when you believe that, it necessarily leads to a devaluing of human life. And this is a very important thing to understand amongst all the political debates, the social debates that are taking place all across the Western world, is where you begin with the premise of God's existence or non-existence, it has a very practical outcome in your thinking.